It's Christmas time. This small business is in danger. There's lots of awkward heterosexuality, and I'm here to review them.
Welcome to another episode of the 12 Days of Christmas Movie Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Married by Christmas, as it's known on Hulu. But if you look it up on IMDb, it's The Engagement Clause. Married by Christmas stars Jes Macallan as Carrie Tate, a high-level executive at Emerson Foods, a company that has been in her family for many years. When she comes by to find out that her sister at Thanksgiving dinner, Katie, is now engaged to Ethan. And then soon after Thanksgiving dinner, her parents tell Carrie and Katie of something in their grandmother's will for Emerson Foods, that she was very much an old-fashioned woman. And so in the will, whoever gets married first, the company will pass down to them. They will own it. Actually, the husband will then own it, who marries the daughter. We'll get to it later. Anyway, this of course leads into some bickering between Carrie and Katie, even though they aren't trying to communicate about it and trying to play nice. And oh, the wedding is so important for Katie. But Carrie loves Emerson Foods. She's devoted her life to it and putting herself at the top there. And so she wants to own the company. And so she begins to scheme as to how to get married first before Katie does at Christmas time, because Katie's having a Christmas wedding to Ethan. Of course she is. So then also she is involved in quite a tough negotiation with a lawyer named Dylan for a winery that they are trying, or a vineyard that they're trying to acquire. And then when they head to meet the wedding parties, of course, Dylan is the best man for Ethan at the wedding. So great, more tension. So what will progress? Will Carrie and Dylan manage to hit it off despite hating each other through these negotiations and personally? And will Carrie end up owning the company? Will she be married by Christmas? So, where to begin? First of all, just the whole premise of the movie is completely idiotic and angering. It makes, I don't care how old-fashioned a woman is who started a company, and mind you, she was a woman who once owned the company, I think. Then, for some reason, it passes down, and it didn't make any sense because it was her daughter, so then her husband was working within the company, but then the daughters still are like part of the will, and then for some reason she feels that when they get married, the husband, who has no familial relation, gets the company. So this woman values patriarchy over family, which just made no sense. And then it made even less sense that they were like, we can't do anything legally, we've talked to every lawyer, and it's like, it's not the way it works. So in doing this real weird engagement clause, as it's called on IMDb, or being married by Christmas, the whole premise was just really baked into something so dumb and so backwards that it was hard to really get into, just based off that. What I've grown to feel about these movies is that if the families are really annoying, then I will hate the movie. And that's the thing. Every member of the family is very annoying. They don't communicate well at all, and they're really whiny about something where if just somebody would kind of be chill about, this could be resolved in 5 minutes, or with better lawyers, but it's so stupid and so very annoying, the interactions. So it's cheesy on top of just stop being really annoying and bitchy with each other, you two sisters. Nevertheless, the romance component, Carrie and Dylan, the lawyer, have a good, they're pretty good. So I guess that can get you through it all. I don't know. I didn't think this movie was very good because it was hard to get past how stupid the premise was. And nothing particularly funny either. It was just, like, I don't mind if the premise is really bad and then you make funny things with it, but the premise was just bad and then nothing funny was happening. Sorry, I have to look at IMDb real quick because the true all-star of the movie, oh god, is her assistant. I'm all the way back to my phone's acting. My phone is going crazy with Christmas. But anyway, the actor who plays the assistant for Carrie knocked it out of the park. She did a really good job for what the movie was. Acted well, brought some humor to it all with all of her lines. So she won it all when it came to this movie and was really the only rewarding aspect to it. When it comes to a big special guest star to the movie, most notable name was Lee Garlington, longtime actor. She's appeared in many, many things, but her perhaps claim to fame is that she was on the pilot episode of Seinfeld, the Seinfeld Chronicles. She was in the cast. She was supposed to be Claire, the server, and then she was dropped and replaced by Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Elaine Bennis, and the rest is history. A history most likely Lee Garlington does not want to be reminded of, but it probably is every day of her life. So, on a scale of 1 a partridge in a pear tree to 12 drummers drumming, I give Married by Christmas, or The Engagement Clause, why it has 2 titles, I have no clue. I give it 3 French hens. I always have to think of the song in my head before. I should memorize these by this point. Well, join me next time. Through 6 movies this year, I don't think I've really laughed too hard at anything. I've just been perplexed. So let's hope it changes for the next half dozen to end this season. We're gonna make it come tonight.